Today's the day. It is Christmas Day, and it is the day we are going to our very first BLM camping spot. Carlsbad, you better move over. There's a new player in town. I'm ready to head out. This builds character. We picked like the most difficult one to get to, and apparently it's really sandy the whole way, so I hope we don't get stuck. We got a full tank of gas, full tank of water, and full power. The only thing we're low on is milk. So we can't do milk and cookies tonight.
The milk and cookies night is supposed to be Christmas Eve, so we already missed that.
That's true. Are these the canyons?
I think they're just dirt. This is the first time we've ever driven our bus on dirt roads for this long, and this is the first time we've ever driven the bus on soft sand. So wish us luck.
Well, we've officially made it to our very first BLM free campsite, and this place is immaculate. I'm just so shocked at the landscape. We picked this really nice wide open campsite between these two giant canyon walls, and it does not end here. So the first thing I want to do is go explore. But the first thing Natalie wants to do when we get here is make coffee and eat lunch.
I don't know how to defend that. I'll get back to you after I've had some coffee.
It's probably a smart move because we kind of need our energy because this place is so big. It'll probably take us a few hours to explore it all.
We have all day to explore, and I think we could stay a couple more days too if we want.
Oh yeah.
I just can't stop staring at the window because it's so pretty here. And I am trying to get through some coffee so that I can go explore to the fullest. But I'm chugging it and it's hot and it doesn't feel great.
I've already finished my lunch and I'm just here pacing back and forth. I got my shoes on, got my jacket ready. I'm ready to head out.
I'm coming, Jimmy, I promise.
You coming, Nat? Please don't fall.
Piece of cake. So this is our first night at a BLM campground. It's not really a campground, we just kind of set up camp. But I can't believe that we're finally dispersed camping. We've been on the road for 3 or 4 months at this point, and we've made it from South Carolina to New Mexico without ever doing this. And I gotta say, this is the perfect place to do this for the first time. So it is really pretty and peaceful. And there's absolutely no cell service out here at all. We only have a little bit of sunlight left for today, and I think we're just gonna kind of wind down and hang out in the bus for the night. I think it'll be a fun Christmas. Of course, we definitely miss our families. That is kind of the downside of this, but we just feel so lucky to be able to be here and to be together, and we're just really having the best day.
So we did end up moving after the first night. We found a much more secluded campsite. This one's definitely one of the more of the bigger ones. The first one we had was really open and you could see a lot of the main road, and it was kind of highly trafficked. At least we saw 3 cars, so that was a lot for us. This one's a lot more secluded, and the way we've parked, we've basically got this entire enclosure to ourselves. So I'm loving it. I can't wait for tonight because we can hang out by the fire pit. We don't actually have any firewood this time, but I think it'll still be fun.
This sand here is so plush, but it's really, really cold outside, and the combination of the two makes it feel like I'm trudging through snow.
So right behind me is the entrance to the cavern. This is where we came in at, and it kind of just comes out of nowhere. can kind of see how the canyon walls behind me slope upwards, and that's kind of just how it starts. It took us until we were basically right at the mouth of the canyon before we even saw it. It kind of just sneaks up on you. But once you come in through there, you basically start this huge wind of trails like in and out of the canyon. There's one big road that you have to follow, and if you had a 4x4 or just not a school bus, you could probably take some of the side roads. But the main road does lead to about 4 or 5 different campsites. And we basically picked the very first one, our first night here, because everything is sand here. It's sand and gravel, so we weren't sure if we were gonna get stuck. So we just picked the very first campsite and then decided to scope it out ourselves for the second night.
Right across from our old campsite is the entrance to probably the coolest section of the canyon.
And I think you would almost miss the path in between these two canyon walls if it wasn't for all the tire tracks coming in and out. Because yes, this is actually another campsite that you can stay at. And we had thoughts of bringing our bus down here, but I would be afraid we won't be able to get out again. So we decided not to. And actually right behind me is where Natalie and I came out last night, and we tried to practice a little bit of our nighttime photography, and we got a couple shots through these two cabin walls of the night sky. I think it came out pretty well. We're still learning. And then in here, this leads to like the cutest campsite you'd ever see. It's like a little cul-de-sac almost, where it's this dead end after you walk through this winding road through the canyon walls. There's a fire pit in the middle, and right over here, there's almost, I don't want to call it a secret passage, but that's what it kind of looks like. And if you jump up, the path continues this way through some more canyon walls.
Ow. Easy.
Last time we came through here, I went first and I basically hoisted her up. So I think that's why she was having trouble this time.
This little part of the canyon is so cool, and it's definitely worth the tricky little hop to get up here because it's really narrow. No cars can get back here, obviously, so it's really pretty rugged, and we found this neat little cave thing back here. Oh, it's like a whole little cave that you can only get to from crawling in.
If we had tents, I would love to tent camp out here. I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, everything out here is like BLM free campsite, so I'm pretty sure it's all fair game. So that would be really fun, but it's nice to have the warm bus too. All right, so this was the longest and the coolest of the little small passageways that you can find in this camp area. We found at least 1 or 2 others, but none of them are as cool as this one. She's still getting used to it. You're almost there.
Jimmy likes to give me a hard time, but I would like to see him try and do some of these little climbing things in a jacket this long. It feels like I'm hiking in a dress. So we actually saw some berries like these on our last video. We weren't really sure what they were. We were saying they kind of look like tomatoes. Jimmy disagreed, but apparently they're nightshade, but they have these here too. We're not eating them, I promise. Jimmy and I were just saying to each other that like it feels kind of weird being allowed to be here because it's so pretty and just such pure nature. It doesn't feel like you should be allowed to just come out here and camp.
Because in my experience, something like this would cost you at least a $25 entry fee. So it's so crazy that you can just show up and do this for free.
So you can almost see our bus behind us. It blends right into the natural landscape.
So right behind us is our perfect little campsite that we picked out for tonight. But before we head back, there is one more cool thing we wanted to check out first.
So up there, there's a big cave entrance. I'm just not sure if we can get up there.
We'll make it one way or another. All right, I think we found a trail. Honestly, this entire time we've just been going off of where we see footprints already. And honestly, that's worked pretty well. So we're probably gonna keep that up.
I'm starting to think that just because there's footprints here, that does not mean that it's a trail.
On the bright side, you can already get a really good view of our bus from here. Whoa.
Whoa.
That is cool. Carlsbad, you better move over. There's a new player in town. You know, this cave goes up more than I thought it would. When I think of caves, I think of, you know, they usually go down, but
it's like a cave formed in the mountain and then the mountain tipped over.
yeah, so it looks really cool.
Yeah, these are like a circle.
Oh yeah.
Is it a labyrinth or a fire pit? More nightshade. You could set up a tent here. How cool would that be?
There's nothing stopping you.
It's crazy seeing like the rolling mountains and then seeing how it connects to the canyon, because I couldn't see the connection between the two until we got up here and got the really good view of it. But it's crazy because it really just makes you realize that the canyons are just cut away earth. Like we're underground when we're down in the canyon, if that makes sense.
Should we head back down?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ooh, it's warm in here.
It's nice. I've just been chilling in the bus. I thought Jimmy was in here chilling with me, and then I looked out the window. We just took a little break, and we decided that the next thing we want to do is explore some of the hiking trails around here.
We just had to wait until the wind picked up to its fullest. Like about an hour ago, it was perfect out here. It was nice and shady, and the wind had died down, so it was nice and peaceful. Maybe it's just because we're in the canyon that it's so bad, but I think with any luck, this hiking trail we're about to go on should lead us up one of the canyon walls and put us at one of the peaks, which I'm really excited for. The canyon walls that we just passed are probably one of my favorites, because the one on the left looks like it's held up by a loose collection of like rocks and small pebbles. It makes me feel like you could just grab one of them and pull it out and the whole wall would collapse.
You said that's your favorite?
My favorite, it's cool.
That's the one I would least like to park underneath.
What's really neat about these trailheads is that the trail we're walking on is all sand and gravel. Like it used to be an old creek bed or river bed. But what I can't tell is how old the creek bed is. Like I can't tell if there was water here last week or 10 years ago.
Well, that was short. We probably just gotta climb, right?
It looks like someone left stairs for us too. So was that easier or harder than the one from before?
Did I not make it look easy?
Got an idea.
Oh.
That was fun.
That looks more graceful too somehow.
I don't think it is, but it just looks like lava flow, and that's how this like wall was created. I know it's not, but
see, to me it really looks like it was just a normal flat layers of rock, and then the whole ground tipped over, and that's why everything's crooked.
Right or left, Matt?
Right.
Right.
We'll come back for you. You cannot tell me that this doesn't look like the ground just tipped over. It's just like the normal ground, but completely vertical.
How do I look? We'll try to trick you with another dead end.
This one's even taller.
But we could go that way and climb around.
That was much easier.
Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. I want to make my own next to it. You gotta finish it off with a bunch of small ones. All right, there you go.
That's actually very cute. This one looks doable.
Yeah.
Getting better. Another turning point.
Left or right?
I'm thinking right.
Left looks more like a dead end, so I wonder if we could explore that first.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What?
Left or right?
I don't think that counts. All right, Natalie, give me a boost. That would have been a really cool waterfall back in the day. I assume that's what it is.
It's honestly a little bit hard for me to believe that there was ever water anywhere around here. Is this it? Oh, there it goes.
Oh, does it? No way.
I hope not. That is way too tall. Is it worth it? So Jimmy went up there and scoped it out, and from what he can see up there, it looks like we can connect to that using another trail. So I'm gonna try to go that way because I don't want to break my neck or the camera trying to climb up the way Jimmy did with only one hand.
Natalie, you found me.
I did it. I made it. So we've probably mentioned it a couple of times, but we don't have any cell reception where our bus is parked. But up here, we do. So we're taking the opportunity to download a new book on the Kindle.
So that was a nice break, but it's actually starting to get really cold up here and the wind does not die down at all. So we're gonna follow the trail. I'm hoping this is the way back to camp. We kind of intersected with this trail from the one we were on, and they're not supposed to connect. So I don't know which way is the right way to get back. Well, at least if we get lost, we'll have pretty sights to look at. I don't know, I think we're lost.
Probably. The correct way is down.
It's just the question is, how fast do we want to get down? Because the canyon walls are right over there. We should probably take the long way down.
Yeah, I'd prefer that.
All right. It's good to know that we're going the right way, and my rock sculpture is still standing. Oh, that's cool. It goes up there, Nat.
Wow.
We gotta go up there. We told ourselves we would walk straight back to camp after being up on that mountain where it was really cold and windy. But there's one more path we haven't explored yet. I think it leads to another cool opening. Too tired. This builds character.
This breaks bones. All right, I'm up.
I can make it.
How are you gonna get down?
You turn that.
Like at the beginning of the day, I think I could rock it up this. Oh, this is not that hard.
Yeah, it's really not bad.
It's really fun.
You look like a mountain goat.
I feel like a mountain goat. There's a dead fox right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This could be a fox den. There's like a little part where I feel like you could hide in there.
It's kind of scary. I don't know what would kill a fox back here. We're not going to show it to you guys because it's just a bunch of fox fur. So I can't tell what happened to this little fox. I guess it's just nature. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of speechless.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
I know. Yeah, I definitely feel kind of sad for him.
Well, it's not exactly how I thought the end of this trail would be, but it does make for an interesting story. I know we should probably be helping each other down those, but I'm just recording Natalie jump down each one of those just in case she falls flat on her face, and so I can get it on camera.
Why do you guys think I record Jimmy climbing up all these mountains? Same reason. The hikes here are incredible. I can't believe that we can walk to such beautiful places. So cool to have it as our backyard for a little while. As cool as it is, we're kind of tired. I think it's a little less than 5,000 feet in elevation, but it's much higher than we're used to, so we're still adjusting to it. To decompress, I'm making a second cup of coffee for the day. We're out of milk, but to cool mine down, I just put frozen raspberries in it. I'm gonna take this time to sit still and do some editing. And it looks like Jimmy is going to start reading the book that we just bought. I'm a little jealous he's getting a head start, but I just feel so lucky to be able to relax in such a beautiful place. I'm super out of breath because we ran here trying to catch the sunset. We also wanted to get a little bit more cell service before we turn in for the night.
It is a little bit sad though, because I think tonight might be our last night here. Although we could stay longer if we wanted to. We got more of New Mexico to see before we're headed on to Arizona, and we really want to get to it, especially before it gets too cold.
Yeah, it's getting really cold here, especially when it's windy, like right now. Our diesel heater is working like overtime trying to keep the bus warm, and it works. It's just, you know, it would be a little easier if we went somewhere a bit warmer. Go towards the light, Jimmy.
I thought that's what you're not supposed to do.
Oh yeah, don't do it. I don't know, dude. Oh my goodness.
Make sure you catch my good side. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get down. Well, that's pretty tall. This is a big cave.
Uh-huh.
All right, should I jump down?
No.
That's cool. I'm glad I did that.